Welcome back, everyone. Going into second half here of Dropped Frames. Before we go any further, we should also note we're not doing a show next Wednesday, right, guys? Because we got a show on Saturday. Does that work?
Yeah.
Zeke, works for you? Okay, good.
Yep,
Good.
that's good for me.
Because we're going to be at TwitchCon on the main stage at X
Woo!
time.
With Matt Damon.
TwitchCon.com/schedule. 1 second, everyone. Still looking for it. We're on at 11:30
PM.
Pacific. No, AM.
Fuck that.
11:30 a.m. on October the 1st, which is Saturday. So that's
Don't trust Zeke with times.
oh god, yeah, the time's gonna be rough.
And
Also,
the Twitch party is on Friday?
Twitch party's on Saturday. That's that
Okay.
night.
6 hours on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah. And happy to announce that Mr. Day 9 is going to be joining us for the entire show as our guest.
Woo!
So he'll be there. And we should also have a Twitch person or two to talk to about all the stuff that's going to be going on at TwitchCon in terms of announcements and all that stuff. So that's, like I said, next Saturday, October the 1st at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. I don't know what time that is for whatever time zone you live in, so go find it out yourself or just do the math because I don't want to do it here because we never math on stream. TwitchCon's next week. Are you guys excited? You stressed? Where are your thoughts at on the TwitchCons for next starting next Friday? Zeke, you grimaced a little bit. We'll start with you.
Oh no, I didn't. I just my resting bitch face.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited to do this event because I had a original plan was I was going to work the event. I was going to like do some stuff on the Twitch stage, hosting, interviewing, whatever they normally have me do.
Right.
But I had so many different like panels and stuff that I'm a part of that they were like, how about you do New York Comic Con instead and you just don't work TwitchCon? I was like, fuck yes,
That's awesome. That's great.
So I'm not working TwitchCon. I'm just doing like panels and you know meet and greets or whatever, and then just being a fucking fan.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited because I only have 2 actual obligations and 1 obligation which doesn't require me to be on stream. So I'm just going to watch a bunch of shit. Like I want to go watch the H1Z1 tournament's going on this year. They just dropped that new map like yesterday, I think. So I want to go watch that cuz it's got a bunch of my friends and other big names in there as well. Bunch of different. There's a billion fucking panels going on all weekend long that I want to check out, and I only have 2 that I have to do, and they're on Saturday at 11:30, and then the Bounce Power one later that day, which Co and Zeke are on. So that'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah, no, I've got a Friday, Saturday, just lots of shit. Let's see. I'm doing the roast DJ Wheat, which is Friday.
Oh right. We had Sir Scoots obviously was here, and he's on that as well. And we had some conversations about some certain people that may or may not be in this call that are also on that panel. And also keep in mind that DJ Wheat also called me and said, "Hey, so if I said this about Zeke, would that be close to the target?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess that would work." So they might have some extra fuel coming from me, I guess.
Yeah. And I've got to kind of like not back off in severity, but back off in length because I mean I know all the guys on the dais that are or all the people that are going to be up there, but
Yeah.
I'm not as close to them as like I'm more like of an outside personality. Like I'll be able to roast Wheat pretty good, but there's a couple people who it's gonna be fucking tough to roast. Like Anna, dude.
Well, that's the conversation
honestly,
that I had.
Don't tell her I said this, but I'm gonna just lie. I'm gonna make up shit about Anna.
Okay.
I'm just gonna completely lie out my ass about bad shit she's done, like eats babies, like that kind of stuff.
Right into that.
Just fully gonna just totally lie about her because it's like if you've ever met her,
Yeah.
she is like, seriously. She makes you feel like a shitty person. How good she is. Like you're around, like Gandhi would be like, damn, I feel like a piece of shit. You know, because she's so nice and she's like, you know, just a good-hearted person, and it's gonna be tough. So I'm just gonna lie.
Nice. That roast is Friday, right? Is it Friday or Saturday? Oh no, it's Friday at 8:30. Okay.
Yep. Friday 8:30. Yep, in the main Kappa Theater. Let's see. Yeah, Schmagegi I can do
Yeah, Adam will
I
be
can
good.
do a whole show about Adam.
Wait, Scoots isn't on there.
Goots is on there. He's not on the thing, but he's in the show. Yes.
Zeke, I got a good story you can use for Schmegging next.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm looking for dirt. If you got dirt, yeah.
There's yeah. I used to work with him, so let me know if you if you want some dirt. Yeah.
Let's see. Then the meet and greet, our meet and greet.
Yeah, we're all on the same one. That's right.
Yep, the Drop Frames meet and greet.
That's Saturday, right?
With other, I mean, obviously there's going to be other people there.
No, it's
but
just us. We're taking over every booth.
Have our
That'll
thing.
be a busy meet and greet.
Yeah. Day 9's also in ours
Saturday
as well.
at 10. And then Drop Frames is right after that.
Yeah,
After
so
our
we go meet and greet, drop frames, hour break for lunch, and then bounce power.
Yep. And then I got PJ Salton. PJ Salton, motherfucker. I'm coming for that global emo, dude.
Oh, you're on it again? I thought once you
I
were.
got subbed in. That's why I have this. That's why I have this and the emote. Because I got subbed in for one game for Future Man and won the whole thing.
Right.
Which
Okay.
is like the best way to win a tournament about being salty.
I remember that.
Just sub in one game and just take it. It was so
I do
great.
remember that.
But yeah, the PJ Salton, that's happened on Saturday, starting at 1:30. And then after that, it's Bounce Power. And then the Salton finals are on Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got a busy weekend.
I do. Yeah.
Mr. Richard Hammer, what are you doing at TwitchCon? What are you most looking forward to at TwitchCon as well?
Just hanging out, man. I think it's been the best convention for actually sitting around and enjoying your community. You know, last year we kind of just took over the smoking area and just had like 30 of us piled out there enjoying ourselves, chatting and shooting the shit. I have a
Awesome.
panel. We're discussing roguelikes and games that do well for us variety casters. You know, the things that make a game good to stream and things that make it hard to stream. So that'll be fun. And then a meet and greet on Sunday, but pretty light schedule, thankfully. I enjoy having time to just mingle.
You and I both. I just sit in the hotel room though and watch shitty cable TV though. To be honest.
You know, I sit outside in the park,
Yeah.
watch people walk by.
I honestly, having gone to cons since, I don't know, 2008, I'm kind of over cons, but I love going out to like dinners with people like that. Kind of like how you said, like just being a part of the community and seeing all the friends that I don't get to see because we all work in different fucking parts of the U.S. That's my favorite part about going to like a TwitchCon or a PAX. It's just the dinners and hanging out after the dinners, after the night. Because when I'm on the show floor, there's definitely still a sense of anxiety just walking around and seeing hordes of people and also being pointed out sometimes and not talked to, which makes me really anxious. Just fucking come over and say hi to me. Don't be like,
That's the worst.
there's that guy. Look at that fucking guy over there.
When you hear him whisper your name as you walk by. That's Richard Hammer.
I think that was Cohh that just walked by. Oh, no.
See, I get that. Then no one does that to me. It's so
Yeah.
funky. I walk around with other streamers, and I am way less popular than them at times. But I will get more people just shouting at me. Jake!
Yeah, that you are the
feel like-
opposite. Yeah, you are.
That's the
Yeah.
community you created, though. You know,
I
It
know.
is, yeah.
loud and aggressive, and yeah.
For me, I think I've been told on several occasions, I think also Zeke has said this before about me, is that I'm just kind of imposing and people don't want to come up and say hi to me because I might just like yell at them.
Because you're really tall.
Yeah, they think that I'm just going to be like a complete raging asshole and just not want to talk to them in person, which sometimes might be true. If I'm walking very quickly from one area to the other, I'll be very brief about it, but most of the times I'll just be cool to chat with you. As long as you don't call me JP and you call me itmeJP, because man, if you don't call me by my streamer name, you know, I just get triggered so bad. It's just, you got to call me by that streamer name, you know?
Yeah, that's funny. His initials aren't actually JP.
Yeah.
His name is Greg.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Little
Also, by
known
the way, For
secret.
everyone going to TwitchCon, make it very clear to JP when addressing him. It is it's me JP, and make sure to that's a hard S.
The funny part is I've actually lowered the triggered effect of that because I have that amped energy thing in here. And every time I wake up in the morning and go make coffee, I think, how many idiots went through that and said, yep, his name's itmeJP. And then I'm like, I don't feel so bad because they're still living with that stupidity, but I'm okay because I'm getting my coffee in this morning. Every fucking
Well,
morning.
dude, the first time I saw your name, I thought it was a typo.
I mean, clearly everyone else does as well. Yeah.
Yep.
I
was
wonder.
like, no, it's he's JP, it's me JP. Where did they forget the S? Like,
Does-
what's going on? Must have, yeah.
Twitch.tv/itsmejp has 128 followers. I guarantee you that those 128 people thought that I streamed there and have never seen the broadcast. They've never gotten it quite right. So there you go. There you go. Ko, what about you? What are you looking
For
forward
the record,
to?
that account has never streamed and it's not following a single person.
I might actually own that account. I don't know. Maybe I do. Ko, TwitchCon, what are you looking forward to? What are you doing? Where can people find you? All that stuff.
Oh man, I'm doing the drop frames and balance of power stuff and the signing. I'm also doing a panel with Aaron actually, and also a panel with this is actually going to be really fun. I'm doing a panel with my mods. So a lot of people tell me, all the time, like, hey, how do you do your mod team? Like, what's the whole deal with how Ko does modding? Well, we're doing a panel at TwitchCon. It's going to be my mod manager, my lead artist, one of my lead coders. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really fun.
Awesome.
You're gonna do the whole business of it?
We are still finalizing exactly what we're going to go over, but we're going to go over pretty much most of it. Everything that doesn't involve like numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
You already admitted there were numbers involved. That was kind of what I was fishing for right there. So,
well, anyway, but what I'm actually in the same boat as what you were just saying, Richard, and TwitchCon is something kind of special in terms of the people that are there. Every single person you see at a TwitchCon knows what Twitch is, probably watches it. If they don't follow you, they probably follow people There's like the degree of separation is dramatically reduced at TwitchCon. So it makes talking to people easier. It makes just walking up and kind of being like, hey guys, like everything just becomes easier. So for me, I purposefully tried to keep as many big gaps in my schedule open. I'm planning on walking the floor multiple times, probably doing a few random, I'll be here for an hour, come say hi kind of thing, just totally casual and more about the people and the experience than like the business. My last PAX trip was all business. I mean, I came a day late and bumped most of the stuff from my first day to the rest of them. Meetings, meetups, gameplay demos, streaming, just the whole, business dinners, the whole thing. So I'm ready to just enjoy TwitchCon, and I'm looking forward to it.
I saw you at PAX. Speaking of which, I don't even know if I saw you there. You were busy.
At PAX's Ko is kind of an elusive target, to be honest. He'll dip into a place and do what he needs to do and then gets out.
Yeah, or move to the next place in most cases.
Yeah.
It's PAXs for me have very much become business, unfortunately, and it's not because it's not fun. It's just because there's a lot of really cool opportunities that I want to take advantage of, and it's the kind of thing where I have a hard time if I'm interested in something someone is doing. I have a hard time saying no. So yeah. The last one especially was probably one of the busiest. So I'm ready to have fun at TwitchCon.
I'm looking through these, like the TwitchCon panels, because I'm gonna have some time to like on certain days to go to a lot of these, and there's some really really great ones that I think would be important for people to check out, especially like, did you deduct the tax deductions as a streamer? Like that's like something that everyone, if you don't know what you're doing or you don't have an account or something like that, you should definitely attend that.
Who's on that?
Arlieth and McCole.
Okay. I hope one of them is an accountant or they have an
I was going to
account
say
there.
the same thing.
And I also hope that Dan's Gaming is there because he can be like, I'm the poster boy for fucking up on taxes. I think he's the one that always gets cited whenever anyone talks about that stuff way back when no one knew what the fuck they were doing in this industry. A lot of people, he's been very vocal about that stuff. So what else are you seeing? Because I want to see like on, Friday, Piano Impro Man is doing the pre-show at 1:30, which would be fun. That's 30 minutes before the keynote, which I'm hoping the keynote. Last year, what did they announce last year? They did the VOD. They announced that they were looking into VOD stuff, right? That was something that I think came up.
Yes, it was the VODs and playlists that we still haven't exactly seen.
Yeah. I'm trying to think everything else that was it's kind of a blur, honestly, because
That was their key. This is what we're working towards this year.
yeah.
Boom.
Okay. So we'll see. I hope they make some big splashes there. I hope they also touch on bits in some form, like moving
Yeah.
forward with that program, what they want to do.
Yeah.
You guys had that great show, and there was a lot of, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to see in the next few weeks. But it's been a minute now. We haven't seen an update.
Yeah. The last thing was Evo.
There's been one major thing with bits that's been awesome, and that is they are now starting to give out bits for filling out surveys.
I remember that.
Oh, has there?
Yes,
It's very,
I
very
have-
few though, right, Co?
I have probably gotten overall $100+ of 500 and under 500, where people have specifically said, I got these bits from a survey. I'm glad to be able to give you something. In fact, a few of them have been like really touching. Like one guy gave me 500 bits. He's like, Co, I've been watching you for 3 years. I'm so happy to have an opportunity to give you something. I'm totally broke. I'm basically don't have any money. I'd never be able to give this to you normally, but here you go. Thanks for everything. And I was just like, it was from a long timer that I knew. And I actually knew his situation too. So being able to give people that kind of situation is pretty freaking awesome. That being said, I don't know how often they're doing it. I don't know how big it is. And I don't think it's to the point yet where it's like, hey, let's go fill out some surveys for bits. So we'll have to see. For those that are interested in that kind of thing, the Twitch RPG program is where to start. Like, get signed up for that, get involved in that. That's where I see that stuff come through, is through my email. Like, hey, Twitch RPG stuff, here you go. So if you're interested in that, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, because I think you said that 2 or 3, maybe it was a month ago or something like that. And I've still never seen or heard anyone in my channel about those surveys. So it must be very sparse.
I think it's a few hundred per survey, and I think there's been a handful of surveys.
Gotcha.
So I'm on early, so I'm just lucky to get those bits first.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah. Hopefully that becomes a norm, and they find other avenues to send that stuff out.
From what I understand, that's the first phase of bits for work, basically. Like from what I understand, there's going to be more ways people can earn bits than just surveys. But again, that's literally all I know, and that's just stuff that I've heard from offhand. I don't know anything officially, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll talk about it at TwitchCon.
Yeah, for sure. Zeke, are you still scanning this? Do you see anything else?
Yeah. There's a really cool one called Streamability: How Games Succeed on Twitch that Richard is a part of. No, that one actually looks really cool because they have, not only do they have a couple streamers, but they also have people Red Hook Studios who did Darkest Dungeon, and Client Entertainment who did Don't Starve.
And it's led by Ryan Clark, who did Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yep, Ryan Clark. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's an awesome panel.
Yeah, that's, and it's, I've just read the brief description of it, but the first sentence is, some gamers take Twitch by storm, or some games take Twitch by storm while others fail to gain interest. Why? I think that'd be a fucking really, a very interesting panel to check out.
Yeah. Adam had mentioned this to me. He's doing one with, it's called Master of the Game GMing the tabletop RPGs on Twitch. It's himself. This is only for really viewers of D&D, which is mostly my community, I would think. But it's Adam Coble, Geek and Sundry, which I think Matthew Mercer, Watsy's going to be there, which I think Chris Perkins, Silent Osiris, and then Tristera from the, I think the Misclicks community is who she's going to be repping there. But yeah, a lot of big DMs for all the most of the major shows when it comes to D&D on Twitch. That's at 6:30 on Friday as well. I'm just scanning through all this stuff. I'd be interested in watching the future of live music, but it's going up against the roast of DJ Wheat, so I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
that one's
a rough time slot.
yeah, that might I might go elsewhere on that. And the other question is every single one of these going to be streamed? Do you guys know if everything is streamed?
That's a great question. Someone just asked in chat, actually Patrick Rock, one of my mods just asked, is the panel going to be streamed? And I think last I heard they're planning on streaming all the panels.
I know that
was a long time ago.
Yeah, I know that Drop Frames will be anything on the Kappa stage is on /Twitch. I think.
I mean, last year they did like Twitch 2, Twitch 3, right?
They
Yeah.
had 3 stages last year.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that it will be streamed,
Okay. Yeah.
but that is not confirmed.
We'll tweet out anything that the four of us are on, and I think most streamers are going to tweet out links if we're told a link that will be streamed. So just follow your your favorite streamer or someone that's on the panel that you want to watch if you can't make it out to TwitchCon out to San Diego. And we'll be tweeting stuff out. That's another thing I guess we'll talk here last before we move on to what we've been playing. You guys excited? Disinterested? No feelings at all at San Diego? Is that a good thing? I've only been once or twice, and it just felt like Texas to me. So I guess I'm okay with it.
I would like all West Coasters to feel my pain, and I would like to host the next one on the East Coast.
Just because you don't want to fly?
That is correct.
Gotcha. Do you have a connection, or is it direct?
I do. There's no direct from North Carolina anywhere.
Really?
Neat.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm in Michigan, so I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a direct flight.
I've been there a couple times for Comic-Con.
Oh, right.
And this is, I mean, TwitchCon is probably not going to be even like a quarter of the size that Comic-Con is. But I will say that it is in a very centralized location. The gas lamp, I think it's gas lamp, not gas light. But that whole district is awesome. Everything's like the convention center is within walking distance. Like there's a lot of great, like cool stuff that they shut down the streets and you can just walk around. The convention center is just, as you can imagine, it's fucking enormous. So we'll have lots of room for activities. Yeah. But I think it's more set up for a big convention. And you know, it's like they've built that particular area like around shit like that. So
it's a great area for it. It really is. Yeah, I've been
so
there a few times.
There's foods and stuff right next to the convention center. Then is that what you? Okay,
there's a whole district right there that's pretty popular. So it's
good to know. I'll probably be hitting up Tally since I think he's either local or knows that area very, 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 very well on just everywhere to go. So
yeah, he's local.
Yeah. So that's TwitchCon. We all fly out. I think most people are flying out Wednesday, if not Thursday of next week. And then, as always, whoever didn't decide to go to TwitchCon, you guys are probably going to be watching them in the middle of the night. The 4 or 5 streamers that'll just have the biggest spike of the year in their viewership, which is, I think that's fantastic. I think that's a great thing. I know Strippin did it last year. He did a 24-hour stream, I think Friday to Saturday. And his viewership was astronomical. He had a shit ton of subs and follows and all that stuff. So if you're not going, definitely, and you're like a low to mid-tier streamer, definitely stream this weekend and do a 24-hour stream if you can. It's worth every second for sure.
Do you think we're?
And I've also heard that the California girls are undeniable.
Do you think we're going to see more of that? People not going. I think more and more casters, like PAX West for me, there was so many people.
Yeah, I didn't go to West, man, and it was because of the WoW launch. And to be honest, I really don't feel like I missed anything. I think I'll always go to TwitchCon, just because it's kind of like the hub for all of this. But I can definitely see myself going to fewer and fewer PAXs. 3
PAXs plus TwitchCon and anything else you're doing. If you do E3, like I like E3.
I do BlizzCon. I'll never skip a BlizzCon.
I mean, it's become a lot. I think we're going to see more and more people just staying home.
Yeah. The nice thing about living in San Antonio is south is here, so it's not really a trip. East is the one that I would probably consider either dropping, but it's also the biggest now, so we might. And I enjoy doing the panels. That's one thing I guess I did miss was not doing a Drop Frames panel at PAX West.
I still did one.
What?
I did a Drop Frames panel. It was just
you did the side panel? Nice.
Yeah, he called it drop names.
Zeke.
He just had mask of me and you. It
was cardboard cutouts.
There you go.
And I was like, what do you think about that? Oh, that's really hard. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for there are some surprises that you two don't know about for the Drop Frames panel. So
yeah, what the fuck?
You just have to tune in and find out.
Oh,
I will say though,
like a little Christmas.
I will spoil this though. 2 years now, I was not able to successfully get a band to walk me in. So there's no band walking me in. I will just say that up front.
Should we even show up then?
I mean, they weren't walking you guys in. It was only walking me in.
Okay. I'm back on the bill.
Hold on. Back up. Are you saying that if I coordinated it, I could have like a walkout song like a wrestler?
I mean, we have free reign over the production, so yes.
I don't know. We kind of have a song though, so I don't
We
know.
do kind of have a song. It wasn't because I didn't try. I reached out to several marching bands in the local area and gave them the piece of music called Nitro Fun Dash New Game and said, can you play this for 2 minutes to walk me out on stage? And no one responded because they probably thought I was a crazy person.
Can
Marching bands?
Yes.
can my song be Circle of Life, and can I come in a white robe?
That'd be fantastic. I've thought about that too. I'd love to be like, all right,
We all
look,
three should.
all
We
three of us should do this next year. And now that I've got you two on board,
one step at a time per beat,
Yes.
in unison, in white robes.
now that,
I'm
look,
all about
all right, we're not talking about this for a year on stream. We're going to do this next year. It'll happen now that I've got you guys on board. It'll be fun. Or we'll get kicked out and never do it again. So either or.
I just want to see everyone's face when all of a sudden it's like, in the background, and everyone's just like,
Be glorious.
And I'll pick you up like a baby.
It'll be
Hold him off the stage.
well. I mean,
I'll have to get swole first.
Co.
but-
I'm just saying. Next year you'll have a baby.
no.
I mean, if you want to, yeah. Look, she can't hear me, Co. But if you want to get started earlier and get that kid working, look, we can throw a few bucks that way and get them in the intro of the show. All right, we'll start them early. Let's talk about what we've been playing. We did a little bit already, but we're gonna jump into the rest of us. I'll be short and swift because I didn't really play much, except I've been playing Forza 3 Horizon off stream for the past 24 hours, and it's pretty great. I really want to stream a lot of that game. I've been playing the PC version of it. Just got the drivers today, so it was running a little bit not optimal yesterday. When I say that, it was like 40 to 60 FPS, and now it's a steady 60. And probably one of the better looking games I've ever seen on PC.
So you're really enjoying Forza?
Yes. As
Sell
of
it
now.
to a non-racing game player.
I don't know if I can. If you don't like the idea of racing, you might not be into it. Because, I mean, that's what that game is.
Okay, you don't play racing games generally on your channel. Why
Right.
are you playing Forza?
I think for me, and we were talking about this, and I remember exactly why I don't think I could sell this to you, is because when at E3, when we were doing drop frames, and they showed the trailer and they had the music to it, and I was like, one of the reasons that I play Forza is because the music tied to driving really, really fast and having like a fucking gorgeous looking game, which Forza has always kind of been a huge graphic selling point. That's my niche of games, or niche of driving games, right? Really fucking good looking, sense of speed, and it has amazing like music with good drops and everything like that. That's pretty much what Forza 3 is in a nutshell. If that's not your jam, I don't know if I can sell you that game.
You playing with a controller?
Yes, I'm playing with my Elite. Yeah.
It doesn't have as much realism, from what I understand about
No,
Forza,
yeah.
so it's not really a good wheel game. It is more of a controller game.
Yeah. Forza, just the normal Forza is definitely your hardcore Gran Turismo type style of driving. And that's not what I'm a huge fan of. Horizon's been there. It's not full arcade like you're saying. And you can definitely adjust it to make it harder to drive, but it's pretty arcadey. It takes place in Australia. And it's kind of got the hokey plot where like it's based around like a music festival that also has cars in it, and like you race and get fans, and those fans add to your score, which opens up other things and other activities for you to do. I'm just excited to drive around in the Forza world with a bunch of friends, just doing races and having fun. Like that's my interest, is the co-op and plus the game, like I said, is fucking gorgeous. And it's also the first game I've ever played on Windows 10 that's used the Microsoft Store, which is kind of an experience in itself and not a good one. It took for fucking ever to download that game.
It is PC launched at the same time as console, right?
Yeah, as far as I know,
Which is-
yeah.
Which is rare for the Forza games.
Yeah,
They're not-
if you buy in, I think it's the first, because they did Forza Apex, I think, which is a free download if you have Windows 10. And it was kind of, I think, their first test to see how that did. And then they brought Forza 3 Horizon, which launches next Tuesday. But if you buy the $100 edition, you can get in Thursday or Friday or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you pay 40 extra bucks, you basically get in a little bit early, 3 days early. So
I'm considering trying it as my first racing game on stream, actually. It looks interesting.
yeah, if you have a sweet rig, like it's fucking dropped. There's scenes where you're driving in the jungle and like the shadows and everything look fucking unbelievable. It just looks great. Like I can't sell it to you any more than it looks great. Try to find some like 1440p or 4K
Is it gonna stream
images.
okay?
I don't. Yeah, for the probably not the forest stuff because it'll have kind of like what H1Z1 has, where that stuff looks good on the actual in game, but once you get that on a stream, it kind of looks a little like blurry and looks kind of all goes together. But I think it should look okay. I think I can start streaming that tomorrow night at a certain time, so I'll probably jump into it then. I need to go back and read all the view or the streaming embargoes on it, but yeah. I'm excited for it. It's been my one game that I've just played to get away with and just fucking like get away from streaming and play off stream. I fucking got a beer and put on my speakers super fucking loud and just sat there last night for about 2 hours just driving around. And the other thing, they have avatars in the game. So if you have someone on your friends list, like I have my brother on my friends list on Xbox Live, I've got Ammunition, I've got Brad from Giant Bomb, just a bunch of different people that I know. And I forgot about the Drivatar thing. And because they've played like Forza 2 or they've played Forza Apex or any old Forza game where it had the Drivatars, when you're driving around in your game, you'll just see like Most Extreme Brian, which is my brother, just like pop up next to me in a car and drive. It's like AI controlled. And you're recruiting some to your team. I haven't figured out exactly what that does yet. But you race against names that you know, basically. And it's their quote Drivatar. And I think you get points for that when you're offline. So I want to like figure out that whole system. There's a lot of different things that work.
Wait, it's like Drive, but with Avatar? Drivatar?
Yes, Drivatar. Yeah. And this has been around for 2 or 3 releases for Forza, which it's a really interesting thing to, because for me, like it actually made a pretty big impact. And I was like, wait a minute, is that my brother? Is my brother actually playing this game right now? Because we were talking about it about an hour ago on like in text. Maybe he went and got this somehow and he's playing it, but it was just a fucking AI controlled. So. Yeah, I want to play that more, and that's pretty much all I've played since last week because we did the whole Roleplay Live show, which was a gigantic bowl of stress, and I'm glad it's over.
How do you feel about it?
There's ways of thinking at it where it was a colossal failure, and there's ways of thinking at it where it was a huge success, and that's mostly business wise because if you think about the idea of a Patreon, and we talked about this a little bit last week, is the thing that we delivered on Saturday was already paid for in a sense because Patreon paid for it, right? Or Patreon paid for it in that sense. The people that pledged to the Roleplay Patreon paid for that to occur. At the same time, there's no way in fucking hell we were going to make back the 20,000-ish that it cost to put on that whole thing. And so with that, like, I don't know if the...
But wait, time out. But that was paid for 20,000.
It was paid for, yes. And yes, it was paid for in the sense that people pledged for that to occur.
Okay.
But it's not like it was paid for in the sense. Yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about business wise. So there's ways to think that it was good and bad. And also we had a couple in the beginning of the show. There was definitely, the normal audio issues that you have in a live setup like that. Me and Scoots both agreed that I wish we had an extra 24 hours prior to launch just to test everything. Cause we got pretty much everything was loaded in Friday at about 5:30. And then we went off to dinner and came back and did a test stream and everything worked great. And we booted everything up on Saturday morning and went live. Apparently OBS Studio has a bug where it'll just double your audio. So like we started the stream and for the first 10 minutes, audio was just doubling and we had no fucking clue what was going on. Restarted OBS and it worked fine. And this is OBS. So I was like, well, I'm never fucking used that program again.
Yeah,
like,
I still don't use Studio.
I still don't use it. Yeah, Scott got it working with the capture card that we were using because we did the TriCaster out to the encoding PC that I'm using now is the gaming PC, just so we could stream it from OBS or XSplit or whatever. And the reason that his capture card worked for that at home, that's what we use. It just so happened that it decided to double the audio right at the start. And then we also tested local recording as well. And for whatever reason, the next morning, the CPU spike decided to go up to like 90. And so in the first 9 minutes of the VOD on the recording and on the stream, it's like 2 FPS. It's really fucking poor FPS. The second we killed the local recording, it fixed. But that's one of the reasons why we don't have a local recording of the show right now. And the only thing that's working is exporting it from Twitch to YouTube. And that gives us a 720p, like 1600 bitrate stream, which looks fucking abysmal. So I've been working all week on trying to get like the actual source feed for that crap. This is all stuff that's fixable for the future shows. And it was definitely like first show shit. That
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, like, you spent money to put this thing on. Like, how much of it is now taken care of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure like it's the initial cost is a big one, but then from then on, it'll be like, I don't know, half or a quarter. Like,
yeah. I think the actual rental cost was of rented equipment was around 8 to 9. If you factor in, like beds, I've got 5 beds, so people could sleep in the house. Like that's a real thing. All the little like, going to Home Depot to get like power strips and power and, things so people could go to their rooms and actually have like toiletries and things to like dry. Like that's all real money that you have to consider when you're having people stay over at your house when you have like 6 extra people staying there. And then you factor in like the actual set, the IKEA stuff was around $1,500. All the stuff went on. It was basically either owned by me and my brother, so that wasn't a big deal. Lights, we bought a DJ set of lights for like $600 or $700. Flights for people, that was around $2,000 to $2,500, something like that. So really the only thing that's going to be, we're thinking the next show is going to be about half the cost. We're thinking it's going to be around half the cost of the first one, which if that's true, that's really good. But there's always stuff like the role play sign that we bought that won't have to be purchased.
That thing is fucking badass, by the way.
It is. And the story with that is reached out to a guy here locally and said, hey, we've got this as our logo. What can you do with it? And he said a bunch of like designer bullshit terms. I was like, that sounds cool, I guess. Here you go. And we showed up a week later and he's like, this is what I made. And I was just like, Jesus, you fucking like knocked this out of the park on so many levels that I had no anticipation for whatsoever. So yeah, that thing is fucking completely badass. And you can change the little lights in it so we can change it to fit the show and set the set and all that stuff. So, yeah.
No, I can't wait till I'm invited to your house to sleep in your bed.
Well, I mean, if you guys survive through Saturday, maybe we can talk, but I don't know. Did you watch the show?
In jail.
Did you watch our show at all, Zeke?
I didn't. No, I haven't watched. No, here's the thing. And I have been really wanting to, but I have not watched any Dark Side because I don't want any hints about what's coming up. I want to
my God.
Completely organically into it. Like I see Adam mention shit during the role play, and the chat's like, "Oh fuck, this is gonna be fucking up." Dude. And Adam gives a little smirk because he's like, "Yeah, you know what this is." Like that kind of shit. I love not knowing. I love it.
There were things that happened on Saturday. The very beginning of the show happened, and we all thought we were dead. And it only went up in like craziness and just stupidity of how crazy it got from that point on. So that's why I'm looking forward to next week at TwitchCon to where we can finally be like, this is what happened. Because I think everyone on the light side is going to be like, how the fuck are you guys alive right now? And how did it end up? Because I think on Saturday, you guys are going to see the full ramifications of what occurred. Because we started our show where I think you guys are going to be starting on Saturday. And if he does the same like time sense of scale, you guys should see everything. Which
I'm dead.
You're not dead yet. I'm going to guide you through. Everything's going to be just fine.
Guide me where? I'm literally at the end of a court, like a alley. I'm surrounded on all sides, and 3 soldiers just came around with like 20 following them.
Co, let me put this into perspective. We were in a casino with around 40 SWAT teams, 6 tanks, and AT-AT at the bottom, and we survived. So you can get through that fucking alley. 100% you can get out of there.
I feel much better. Even though I'm a Bothan, I still feel much better.
It's true.
Go. Don't worry, Commander. You're in good hands.
There you go.
I appreciate that.
There you go. The final roll of the night, which actually determined if we pretty much lived or died. The only way I could get through it is if I rolled the way I did, and I rolled the way I did, and it was fucking Like everyone on the table went fucking crazy. Adam was like, I have no idea how you just like it was
Loaded dice.
Yeah, it was
Got it.
great. It was fucking fantastic. I had to stress myself out or strain myself out to pass out in order for something not to occur, and I rolled 5 strain and 1 triumph, which means I fucking passed out and I did it critically, which is like the best fucking possible way to go. So it was good. It was good. I'm really interested in seeing how you guys fare on Saturday. Then of course the panel TwitchCon will be a lot of fun. And I guess I could say this. We've always said like, what is the panel going to be? It's definitely going to be like a comparison of the two groups just talking to one another and probably just like bullshitting back and forth for about an hour. So that's next Saturday. It's not going to be an actual show or anything. You look confused, Zeke. Can I help you with your face is telling a lot of things right now.
No, you can't help that face.
You said next Saturday is what?
Next Saturday is the TwitchCon panel.
Right. And are we?
It's not an actual show. We're just kind of like bullshitting.
Okay, I haven't actually talked to anybody about that yet. I wasn't sure what we were doing.
Yeah.
Just actually going to bring it up. So we're not in character. We're just talking about.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably say some things in character, just like back and forth to bullshit one another. But
Okay.
yeah.
Everyone's going to show up dressed up but you.
No, I think
It's gonna be tough. That would be tough for me to cosplay. I'll be honest.
That would be pretty tough. Actually.
Zeke,
Right.
me and you, dude.
Me too, man. What am I going to do?
You can get a mask. I had to fucking. The biggest hurdle of the live show was how is JP gonna play a fucking droideca? Like how is he gonna turn into a ball and roll around as a fucking droid? So I just didn't, and that was that. And that was that. So I'm right there with you, Zeke. We can't cosplay. The best we could do is get a shirt printed with like a character on, and that's it.
I might be able to get a helmet.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So yeah, that was a live show. If you want more information, we did about 4 hours of non-content, just talking about the show and everything over on the Patreon for the behind-the-scenes stuff. So go check that out. Let's talk about what you guys have been playing because I want to know. Zeke, we'll start with you, and as always, Indie Sunday.
Yes, we didn't. I actually didn't do Indie Sunday this week. I took the day off because I was fucking stressed out about the auction. The next
Oh,
day.
right. Okay.
But I took the day. I also yeah. Anyway, but I did get a chance to play The Bunker, which was a new FMV like full motion video.
Very interested to hear about what you thought about this.
Brand new game.
Well, this looks terrifying. What the fuck?
Well, it takes place in a bunker.
Is this a spoiler?
I was going to say, Zeke, please. I've heard it's super spoilery to see anything about this game. So if anything big's coming up, let us know.
I will. It's you're not gonna. I don't think anything happens. You're at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
There's an 36 minutes in.
Yeah, you're fine. I will say, it's hard not to spoil it because I'll just say one thing. It's short.
Okay. Is it
It's like
scary?
the worst one thing to say.
It is.
I know. That's all I gotta. I mean, that's basically like you can just sit. I mean, you can play it very quickly. I'll just say that. Let's make a compliment sandwich. How about? First thing, the acting is fucking great. The atmosphere is fucking great. The way they the immersion, immerse you into the plot is really good. Big, huge, steaming shit in the middle of the compliment sandwich it's short. Like
Okay.
this fucking thing could have been 3 times as long and been just as good. But I understand that it's an indie developer. It's really, really difficult to shoot FMV, I'm sure. Just like
Yeah, dude.
having to cover all of the options, all the shit, and that kind of stuff. Like, must be like hard to do that. It can't be easy, especially like this guy, the main actor. He was Ori, I think, in The Hobbit. He was one of the dwarves.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's an actual professional actor. But that's good. But it's like I said, if it could have been a bit longer. I'll put it to you this way: I bought 6 codes for the game just to give away, and I gave away 4 of them, or 3 of them, and I was like, "Fuck! I'll just give the rest away now, I guess."
Man.
During the
So
breaks.
is it a scary game?
It's suspenseful. The people are saying, "Is this horror? This doesn't seem very scary." No, it's suspense.
Okay.
So wait, real quick.
Suspense with mystery.
Is it short because it's not done, or is this the full finished product?
It's the full product.
How much is it?
You could get it on Green Man, I think, right now for $17.
How
But it's-
short are we talking?
I think like 3 hours.
People in
3
chat are saying about 3 hours.
Yeah.
3-ish hours. Yeah, and I'm used to playing full motion video games because like Phantasmagoria, which I played. Like
Bloody
Harvest.
handprints. Oh god.
What?
Yeah, you can take off the this. You're not seeing anything. Trust me.
Oh.
That's
Okay,
just
good.
atmosphere backstory stuff. Yeah, and it's $20 on Steam, but I think you can get it on sale on Green Man because Green Man was the publisher of the game.
Oh,
Do you
really?
feel like it was worth the cost?
I'm jaded. I got it for free.
Do you feel like it's worth
and
17
also,
bucks?
like I buy games like that's I can deduct them. Like I don't know, it's $7 an hour. So I would say, yeah, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen anybody play it, I would say it's worth a 3-hour romp.
Can we get away with casting it now, or is it too late?
What do you mean?
Is it just going to get spoiled for us instantly? Is it one of those games that they tell us like one thing is the game over and not worth playing?
Yeah, probably.
Probably missed our
Is
window.
he dead already? Is that what it is, Zeke?
What's that?
Is he dead already?
Is he dead already?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Main character?
No.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm fucking. I'm done.
No, I haven't given anything away. Trust
Okay.
me. But I think it's just because I'm used to playing FMV games that take quite a bit of time. Like that's the next game I played. I played Phantasmagoria 2, which was from '96. Back on the old, because I played the first one, and this one took me, I want to say like 14 or 15 hours to finish. I don't know how much playtime, but I finished it, and it's fucking fantastic, man. It is so just.
This is it, right?
Yes, it's exactly what you expect. The acting there's some very cheesy parts. The horror, like I played 11 hours actually. It only took me 11 hours, but maybe it felt like longer. I don't know, but it is worth it. Every single fucking little thing that just weird horror elements, mystery elements. There's some sex in it. It's fucking beautiful, and it's 90s. Like it's like someone from now said, "Let's make a game about the 90s," and just fucking like cliches out the ass.
That's awesome.
And they like mention shit from the 90s, that like, oh, what do you like? They even mentioned like Beavis and Butthead in the game. They're like, oh, like Beavis and Butthead. I was like, that's what I would say about the 90s.
Uh-oh. He's been caught by some guy in a suit that looks like a policeman or FBI agent. Is it spoilery?
It's not, dude. Listen, don't worry about spoilers with
Okay.
with a game like this. That's
I
not
mean,
what the point.
this is not my
A game
game.
like
so-
this, the point of a game like this is just to enjoy making fun of it with the chat. It's like I look at this like Mystery Science Theater.
Mr. Science, you know.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Nice.
I had such a blast playing it. And then we played, and then we played Worms on Monday, which was fucking awesome again.
Still
I
good? Still good?
love playing Worms.
Oh man, yeah. It's
Richard knows.
I
Richard's
know.
a Worms guy.
I love it. I love it.
I might need to get in on some of this Worms
can.
action.
Zeke, let's do a Mystery Science cast.
What do you mean?
Those movies, like we can go back and even do their movies they've done on show.
I don't think we can do that on Twitch anymore. I think they kind of
Do it on
said,
Periscope.
Did they really say no to that?
yeah, I think
Oh, yeah.
people were doing it. People were doing public domain movies and stuff, and they said,
Oh.
Yeah.
we're not going.
I think Future Man was doing that, and they finally just said no.
Yeah, someone else big did. I think Gold Glove did it, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, did someone big do it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fucking Gold Glove just ruins it for the little guys, man. What? It's fucking asshole.
Driving around in his Corvette, ruining everything for us.
Yeah, just fucking what a piece of shit.
But I think I'm not kidding. Like there's many full motion video games that we could definitely do. That are games that
Oh,
we could
yeah.
I'd love to do it with you. I think it'd be fucking great.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. You guys should do that. Just green screen yourself in next to each other, and it would look like you're sitting right next to each other.
And Geek and Sundry tried it, I guess, too. Okay.
Oh, did they too?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, but this, I mean, if you're looking for a multiplayer game, like, this is fucking, it's hilariously fun.
Did you get better at it? Because I just saw you completely missed a grenade.
No, that wasn't me. That was me. That was me watching.
Oh,
This is my turn.
Oh.
And I might fuck up.
Are you trying to land right on the tip? What are you doing?
Sort of. But I think I dropped something on him. But it's got a learning curve to it. But once you kind of get the basics, it starts becoming really fun. Like, there's the battery. This arcs like lightning to. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
And mistakes, GP, as far as like I play a lot of ranked worms, like.
Oh shit, we got a pro here. Money matches are coming next. Watch out, guys.
The key to worms is the least mistakes made. Like, you're going to continue to make mistakes. Like, it's just something that happens, especially when you get into like the harder gameplay. Like, he's playing with a really long timer and stuff like that. But you shorten that timer down to like 30 seconds and stuff. You're in a hurry, so mistakes get made, and that's what makes it so exciting. Accidentally blowing your own worms up.
What is ranked?
We do a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm sure. What is like ranked worms like?
1v1 with a much tighter rule set. It's a lot more skill shots and stuff like that. You know, trying to bazookas and grenades and less of the, because this mode has like all the silly items unlocked that can one hit kill each other, blow up the entire map and stuff like that. You don't really see that in the ranked version.
Would you liken it to something of an RTS?
No, nothing crazy like that, but it's still fun. I mean, obviously it's a joke ranked, comparing.
Yeah. That's why I'm curious how that.
I personally like a real, if I'm going to play even Candyland, like, you better fucking try, right? I'm gonna throw my ball in your face.
Oh man, after my owner, I'm right there with you, man. Right there with you. Cool.
So that's what's great about Worms, though, is there's different rule sets if you want to just totally casual it. Like we did a bunch of it. Zeke, we played together at Danny's at PAX, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, with a bunch of drunk, stoned motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I think I saw a tweet or a picture, including a tweet of that thing.
I've had the devs on a few times now too, playing it. The
Team 17 guys, they're pretty great.
Back to their roots. This is supposed to be, because there is a competitive scene for Worms, as silly as it sounds. I mean, it's never going to be anything big, but there are some guys who take it very seriously. But they mainly play Armageddon, which I think released in 2000 or 98 or something way back.
The old school.
So this goes back to that style of gameplay, added a few cool features. Like, if you are familiar with Worms, they've got buildings now in here where you can walk in the building and every other worm on the map can't see you because you're inside the building and stuff like that. They also added vehicles, which added an interesting concept. I think it's great. And all those maps are gorgeous. Like, if you zoom in, they're hand-drawn, beautiful, beautiful maps. Would recommend taking a look at it. It's a little steep still for a Worms game. I really think they kind of hit the price point a little high.
$30, right? That's what I think we said that last week.
I think at $20 it would have been a lot easier to swallow, but the 3D games were all $30 and they kind of stuck to that price point, but this isn't a 3D game.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, there I go.
You look really upset about that, Zeke.
I hate doing that. I hate jetpacking I hate fall damage. I hate fall damage because it ends your fucking turn and it pisses me off so much.
Yep.
I'd rather blow myself up than do fall damage.
I get that. I understand that.
God damn it.
Code, did the BioShocks get any better in the sense of all the issues you guys were having last week?
BioShock 2 was a lot better than BioShock 1. I felt it didn't crash as much. I finished that one up yesterday afternoon, actually. And graphics looked great. Story was great. It's playing these games is like reading your favorite book again. I mean, you know a lot about what's coming, but there's so much in them sometimes that you forget a lot of the little stuff, and it still kind of will surprise you and be just as good as the first time you saw it in many cases, or in my case, the third or fourth at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a huge amount of fun with it, and the end still, gave me pause. The ending of this game is pretty.
For BioShock 2?
Yeah. It's
I've never played BioShock. That's the one I skipped.
Dude, BioShock 2, a lot of diehard BioShock fans really say that some of the best gameplay in the game is BioShock 2. And that's because you basically, this isn't really a spoiler. You play a Big Daddy. You play actually the original Delta series, and it not only do you have access to a bunch of heavier weapons than you generally do, but you got your giant drill, got all sorts of moves. You can spec them out in a lot of different ways. The weapon upgrades are all pretty fun and cool. The combat in this one is much more kind of visceral. Like, you find yourself a lot of times taking out your drill and just slamming people against walls and whipping around and like putting rivets through other people's heads. Everything's just kind of bigger and more intense when you're in the big suit. So I really enjoyed it, and found myself. It was one of those things where every time you do a drill dash, you kind of find yourself being like, and like just really kind of getting into it and stuff. So I had a great time with it, and I'm honestly pretty sad it's over.
If I haven't played it, is this the version to play?
What's up?
If I haven't played it, is this the version to play?
Oh yeah. If you've never played BioShock 2, the remastered version is definitely awesome.
Never played either.
Only
you need to play BioShock 1 if you've never played that.
Oh, for sure.
We will all say you need to play that.
Now, what I will say though is if you've never played BioShock 1 or 2, the remastered version is definitely the way to go. But 2K has publicly acknowledged that there's major issues with it, especially the reset bugs. That thing I talked about last week about having to delete that running.ini file. I think that's actually still an issue. So, and that erases your save games and stuff like that. So they've acknowledged that there's major issues. They've pretty much listed them out and said patches are coming, but they're not here quite yet. So I would probably recommend waiting for those if you're serious about doing a playthrough. But again, the remaster versions are beautiful, all run widescreen with great resolutions, some texture updates, lighting updates, and definitely if you've never played them, definitely.
Yeah, I was considering it, but I saw last week you were complaining about issues, and I was like, I don't know, should I just play the original or should I just wait it out? And see
they remastered the original too, and I
Right.
you're talking like not remastered version? Right. Yeah. The saving issues were definitely really frustrating. But again, the second that patch comes out that fixed them, I would say like dive in next stream because there's nothing else like the BioShock series. It is one of those series that you can safely say is very, very unique in terms of not only its gameplay, but the whole story, the world, the environment. It's like walking through a museum at times.
Is Infinite included in this? The third one?
I think it's part of the collection, but I don't think on the PC at least that they put in a lot of changes to Infinite.
I mean, it came out pretty recently, right? So
Yes.
you can't really remaster that. I would think.
Yeah, if I look at
know,
Steam,
it
I
is
have
all-
BioShock Remastered, BioShock 2 Remastered, and Infinite. I don't have an Infinite Remastered, so I'm assuming that.
Well, if anything, that's a great price for those three games. Like it was what, 40, I would assume, right?
I think 30.
Oh
Let me
my,
check.
that's even better. Yeah.
I think it was $30.
That's an insane value.
And you get I can't confirm this, but I think you get them if you already own them.
Oh, that's right. You said that last week. I remember that. Yeah.
BioShock 1 and 2, you can have the remasters for free if you already own them on Steam.
That's good.
Which is pretty awesome of them. That
They're
was
doing that
nuts
right. Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And Infinite was my favorite.
I think Infinite's my favorite too. I feel like
love it.
that story grabbed me from start to finish more so than the other ones where it was kind of a slow burn. Especially BioShock. BioShock 1 was also a lot scarier. Like there's a lot more just fucking terrifying things. We talked about that last week, but yeah.
Yeah.
I still think
There
that's
was
a
a lot
scarier
more
game.
disturbing, in my opinion, shit in Infinite. Like if you take the time to listen to the handyman, like
Yeah.
you'll hear them say some weird shit like, I miss my body.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. You're like, fuck me.
Well, that don't, I mean,
Also, dude, I loved Songbird in Infinite. That was one of the cooler characters across any BioShock.
I agree.
And that was a jarring scene. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Songbird. That was just like a like, no.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh.
I agree. What else? I see you jumped in. Oh, that's right. You were talking about Divinity Original Sin. You're kind of in the same place that I was, where you touched it when it first came out. You put it away because you didn't want to fucking read everything. How is it? 2 years after it came out? 2.5?
Enhanced edition.
Yeah.
Everything's voice acted. It's awesome. I am having such a great time with this game. I'm playing on Tactician difficulty, currently using what did I end up going with? A witch and a wizard, I think. And I've been playing it now. I played it this morning, and then I played this afternoon, and I am just absolutely eating it up. I'm having a great time with it.
Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah, this is Divinity Original Sin. Divinity Original Sin 2 is coming out next year.
Yeah.
by the same developers. People have already played a lot of it. Reviews are coming in that fantastic. A lot of people loving them. So as someone who had never really gone through the entire original Sin 1, I wanted to get this game done. So that's what I'm working on now.
Is it still as slow as I remember it? It's a very slow,
It is
methodical
turn-based
game.
combat.
Yeah.
So it's not super quick. And on top of it being turn-based combat, if that's the part you're talking about being slow, the overall game progression, you go through some pretty intense combat, especially on tactician difficulty, and then you get to a town. And I have literally spent the last 4 or 5 hours in this town, running around, doing side quests, talking to people, doing a little bit of combat here and there, investigation stuff with this kind of main event quest murder deal. And I still have more of the town to explore. And yeah, I've been there like 5 hours. A lot of people
I watched you all morning. It was just
it starts kind of slow, but once you get done with that area and start really branching out into the different areas around the town and progress the main story, it really picks up from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you would recommend picking it up? Because I love turn-based combat. That's like I love that more than any other kind of combat. Like I love XCOM and shit like that. Would you recommend it for me?
I would recommend this to you for the story, and I think you would do great at the game mechanics and everything. The one thing that I know personally about you that may throw you off a little bit is this game is exceptionally inventory management centric.
I remember
lots
that.
and lots of items come into your 4 characters. You have to move them around. You have to examine a bunch of stuff. You have to be constantly managing crafting supplies, spell tomes, stuff like that. I've heard in the past, Zeke, that you said you aren't a huge fan of that stuff. But that being said, not all that stuff is mandatory. So if you played like on a regular difficulty, for instance, you wouldn't really have to do all that extra stuff. You could probably just kind of like, play through the game normally and have a great time doing it and get all the kind of meat of it that way.
Okay.
But it's a really fun game. I'm having a great time with it. The voice acting in some cases is just amazing. Like every other character is one of those voice actors where you're just like, and this is an indie game? That's been kind of surprising because I definitely wasn't expecting that when I heard that everything was voice acted.
Does it keep up that bar or is it all over the place?
It's like 80-20.
Okay.
80% of it is good or great. And then there's every so often you get a character that's just kind of flat. And it's really weird when you have really good voice actors and not so great voice actors because it makes those not so good voice actors really stand out. So when you have one guy that's like perfect British accent, oh, hello, just like totally over the top, totally video game character. And the next person you talk to is like, I've been a dock worker for 7 weeks now. And it's not, you're just kind of like,
Yeah. They got Mike Morhaime to come do it.
Yeah.
I noticed that this morning watching you. I'd say the most obnoxious part I saw was that they continue to like banter in the background and repeat their same catchphrases like
God.
frequently. So like you're in that library and I heard that guy comment on the book that he knew by heart like 9 times and I wanted to physically enter the game and hurt him. But
Yeah. I think there's a few weird places like that. We were also in a hospital a little bit earlier with these 2 patients and literally it would be like one, then the other. Same phrase for the first one, same phrase for the second. And it would just go back and forth about every 2 seconds. It would just keep going between them until I finally told one of them I was killing them. So I think it's just like an audio cue, signal to player kind of issue that seems to be an overdrive. They also don't shut off all the time if you're in dialogue. So you'll be talking to someone and you'll be hearing these guys while someone else is talking.
That would piss me
apparently
off.
you can turn it off. Someone is saying in chat that you can turn that overworld
you
banter off.
can.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be
Okay,
fun.
that's cool.
I was
So
amazed.
apparently I bought this game a while ago.
I bought this game, but I played like 10 minutes of it. And I think the same reason that Co quit it. Originally, it was just nothing was voice acted. And that's what got me interested again. Because there's a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, like that. Like I said, that 4 to 5 hours in that first town is basically all text. That's what scared me away from this game the first time on stream because I really, I didn't just want to sit there reading to chat for 4 or 5 hours straight.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the voice acting, it's not only it's decent. It's fun.
So-
it's probably good enough to where older fans could play through it again just for that.
If I bought Divinity, if I have Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, that has the voice acting.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Enhanced edition is what has the voice acting. Yes.
What?
What?
Yeah,
No,
you have the right edition.
he just confirmed what you were saying.
Yes.
Yep.
I think what happened is when the original game, when Enhanced Edition came out, if you own the original game, they gave you Enhanced Edition for free. I think that's what they did. So that's probably why you have it.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why then. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. They were very conscious about that and did right. You just got fucking destroyed by this wizard. That's also this game was really fucking difficult when I played it. Is Tactician the hardest?
Yeah, Tactician is not only the hardest, but it gives the enemy items that they don't normally have. Like the very first fight in the game, I almost got completely laid out because this dude in the back just throws this AoE poison grenade shit that hits right in the middle of my two guys. Both of them take like a quarter of their life and then are poisoned for like the next 1,000 turns. So I mean, it was just a mess. And apparently, like if you on other difficulties, they just don't get those items.
Yeah.
And I was warned by some veterans. Apparently, later in the game, like on Tactician, some enemies get just straight up like cheap selections of items, like meant to make you hurt.
Yeah.
Is it save at any time and reload?
Yes, you can quick save and reload anytime you want. Hard save and quick save are in there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think last week is when Divinity Original Sin 2 launched, the early access thing launched, and like Dodger and Strippin and Jesse and Krindor, I think were playing that co-op. And Strippin wouldn't shut up about it when he was here. Like he was like, dude, we got to do a co-op run of this. It's so much fucking fun, blah, blah, blah. So I might jump into that. It might be kind of fun just to, I don't know if I could ever complete a game like that, only because we'd end up killing each other a lot. And the game's open to that. You can just straight up fucking kill other people nonstop. Oh shit, you put that. I never knew how to fucking put that boat out as like a warrior for the longest time. I had no fucking idea.
Is there
By
an
the
Iron
way,
Man?
on that note, JP, you guys should try Divinity 2's PvP multiplayer.
He did. Yeah, I don't know if he touched that, but you were saying it's supposed to be pretty good.
Bike Man has played it and has said great things about it. And I think him, Diction, Fascius, and Tiger Rider TV actually did some of the main story, non-PvP stuff just a little bit ago. And I heard it went really well. So
Gotcha.
Good.
Richard, what were you asking?
Is there an Iron Man mode? Like
Someone.
Yes, I was actually just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Tactician is actually not the hardest difficulty. There is a harder difficulty that I thought was Tactician mode with permadeath, but it looks like it's also a harder difficulty. And that's
Oh boy, that's exciting.
That's
I
right
love
up your
permadeath.
alley, man. But
I love permadeath.
this game is like legit fucking difficult in some aspects. So good luck if you play permadeath, I guess. But if you played XCOM on the hardest settings and all that stuff too, then you're probably used to it. So you should have fun with it, Richard. There's the inventory that I remember. Just a fucking mess of nonsense.
Richard, I would love to see you going blind for an honor mode run. I think
That's the way I do it.
that would be
Punish
amazing.
myself. I might give it a shot. It looks interesting. I'm in a drought for games anyway, so glad I'm here. You guys gave me some ideas.
There you go. Anything else that we missed, Co? I'm trying to look. BioShock, Worms, Divinity, For Honor. That's pretty much been since last show, right?
Yeah. Only a little bit of news. Tomorrow is and talk about a quick release, huh? Tomorrow is the first story DLC release for Deus Ex.
Whoa, that was cut from
Tomorrow.
the main game. That was 100% cut from the main game. Yeah, geez. Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy because it's like, when could you have possibly developed this?
Yeah.
It's really just interesting. But
Nuts.
yeah. So I'm hoping it's good. I may not like how it gets here, but I really hope at least the content is quality and everything. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. We're moving on to news now, but I just found this video while looking at news. Here is ultra settings 4K gameplay from Forza Horizon 3. I'll probably link you guys to it because it's not going to come through that well on stream. But this game's fucking gore. I don't even know if my internet can handle this while also streaming. I think that's 4K 60. No, it's just straight up 4K. But yeah, game's fucking crisp, man. You guys are seeing a 720p image, so I'll have to link it to you so you could watch it. But it's awesome. Look at that fucking gorgeous game. And you can put decals on your car. So you can
You can put stickers on them.
You can. The thing is some of those stickers are fucking insanely good. Like people are stupidly talented. So much so that the Turn 10 will actually fly people out to their offices before the game launches to give them access to it, and then sit there and have them create different decals and stuff or different wraps for the cars. But if you have,
What kind of car is he driving? It still has a CD drive.
it's a Subaru,
A
a
CD.
Subaru Impreza STI.
I gotta admit, that's pretty gorgeous.
Yeah.
Looks really good. Even in this small frame here, it looks
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
And the best part, the thing that I like about this one that I don't think was true in the other ones, you can just do that and just say fuck the road. And they also make cars that are made for off-roading and made for like driving in sand and like going on the beach and like doing quote off-roading stuff. You don't
They
have to
have
just get
races though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's open world in the sense that you don't just start a race from a menu. You have to drive to the race. And then there's rewinding and stuff too. They still have that crap, which I don't like to do because you just do what that guy just did. Then you fix your line a little bit. But yeah, the true test will be when I jump into the multiplayer of it. But review-wise, it's like, I think the best reviewed Xbox One game so far of all time. It's getting like really, really fucking high reviews. Like
Is it
nothing but
wild?
straight 90s.
So Australian wildlife. I mean, am I going to hit a kangaroo?
There's a thing called kangaroo that I get skill points for. I know that. I don't know if wildlife is in the game.
Little wildlife.
Yeah. Traffic gets pretty nuts sometimes, which is fun.
This looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, like
Like what you're doing right there.
yeah. I mean, this isn't me playing. This is some guy on the Reddits, but like just running into a cornfield like that, like having the 3 other people screwing around with you, like doing this shit would be so much fun. That's what I'm hoping for if it's going to be that good. So we shall see. I want to play more of it. And I also wanted to get a faster car. They do that fucking thing that all racing games do and starts you off in like a Lambo. And so you get going like 220 on the fucking street, like doing these crazy races. They're like,
And then they give you a Golf.
and now you get to choose your car, and it's like a fucking like. I'm driving like a GTX. You can get like a Nissan. I'm not a car guy, so I'm just a Nissan RTZ or some shit. I don't know.
Driving like a
It's an Integra.
heavy Astro van.
Yeah, what they actually do have a van, Zeke. You can get vans. You can get like a Jeep Wrangler and just fucking go off-roading in that thing. In fact, that was one of the cars. There you can get like the second choice of cars you can pick is like a Wrangler, some other 2 like shitty fucking cars of that style, or you can get the Lamborghini Wrangler version. And I was like, yeah, give me the fucking Lambo, the Lambo Jeep. So I took that. I'm going like 180 in a fucking Jeep style car, whatever the fuck you call that. So
Classic cars too, or just modern?
I think they have classic. I haven't messed around too much. You have to get to a certain point in the game, I think, when you can see like all of the cars in it. And I haven't gotten there in the 2 hours that I've played because I mostly just drive around and look at shit because the graphics are so good. So
Does it have a presence on Twitch?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a big community for it. I really don't. I played Forza 2 when it came out, and it had somewhat of a presence on Twitch. I think Summit's probably the biggest streamer to stream this stuff. I know Lyric's really interested in Forza Horizon 3. We'll probably be playing on Friday and Saturday with that. Same as Summit. I think he wants to play as well.
The demo's available right now, right?
Forza 3 Apex is available right now. I don't know if there might be a demo for this available. I'm not too sure. That guy just really fucking wrecked. You might be able to get a demo for it. Maybe on Xbox One you can get the demo. I don't know if it's available on PC. But if you want the PC version, Forza Apex is what you can download. And it'll look just as good as this. It's practically the same engine. So
0 car damage.
also, look at the water. The water,
wow.
each one of those droplets is moving independently. It's not like a texture that just washes off. Like those droplets move off in real time and all independent. So I was literally just driving around in a fucking waterfall like, oh, look at the little droplets going off. It's that type of shit. So really interested in playing more of that game. So I'm going to probably do so tonight. And then tomorrow I'll be able to stream it. In terms of news, I think the biggest one, at least that I know of, is that South Park got delayed to early 2017. Which for me means that my trip on the 8th will not coincide with South Park releasing. So yay. That's the second time a game's been delayed this year. That's not been a bad thing for me.
Did it get delayed too?
That was definitely going to be my game of the year. I don't even care.
Let me look. Yeah, it's probably pretty good. I think early 2017, pushback to 2017. Does it say the fucking date here? I don't know if they have an actual release date tied to it yet, which is kind of scary. Q1 2017.
Ugh.
So it's open-ended. There's been a lot of games pushed back to 2017 so far. Luckily, Final Fantasy 15 is still coming out this year, hopefully. But what was the other? Last Guardian got pushed back to 2017, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What else is there? Persona 5 launched in Japan. I'm a huge Persona fan. That launched with the best-selling entry in the series for first week sales. Who knows if that's indicative of how good it is as a game. I haven't really seen any Japanese reviews, but I'm hoping that game's good. Have you ever played?
I missed the fucking boat on Persona. What is
Me
it?
too.
It's an It's a Japanese RPG, but it's also like a social. I don't know how to describe it. It's a Japanese RPG, but it's also a social simulator, and also a very deep fighting game. Or not? A deep RPG, in terms of fighting. It's a very hard game. You need to, if you're gonna play it, they make Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, which you could use PSTV to play on a bigger TV or something like that. Otherwise, I think you have to play it on a PS3. So there's that. But I recommend it. The game is fucking fantastic. What is this Gwent kill the servers thing?
I think it's like a beta test push kind of dealie.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Dishonored 2 is coming out with more stuff. What is BattleNet update?
Dude, oh yeah, BattleNet is like redoing how some of their infrastructure works.
Oh.
I'm gonna make sure about that Gwent thing. I got the email, but I haven't actually read it yet.
So yeah, it's playgwent.com, kill the servers. Kill the servers is event designed by... it's Distress Gwent's hosting backend.
There it is. Yeah.
Gotcha. That'll be this Friday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. CEST. I have no idea what CEST is. I think that's like London time or Germany time, something like that. There hasn't really been that much news. Anyone check out Batman episode 2 yet?
Yeah.
I know that came out Tuesday. I tried to launch it last night, and in classic Telltale, my game in-game says that episode 2 is not out yet. As of last night. Let me boot it up now and see what it says.
You're not the first person I saw say that. I saw a couple people on Twitter saying the same problem.
Yeah. I don't know how to, I didn't see any fixes. I'm going to boot it up real quick and see if because I want to play that. I fucking loved the first episode of that. People are saying this one's a little short. I don't know how short or how, what that means, but they're saying it's good, just that it was short. And the first one was 3 hours, so this hopefully is longer than 2.
Jeez. What's the price tag on episode 2?
I don't know. The full price tag on everything's $25.
Oh, that's not that bad then.
Yeah, for the entire season or whatever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for I played the first episode just to get a taste of it, and I wasn't super impressed. Honestly, it was cool, but I'm gonna wait for the entire thing to come out before I even touch it because I can't fucking stand waiting on that shit. I get it, I understand it, but I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Wow, people are saying that Dan beat it in an hour and a half.
Yeah, people are saying it's short. Still says episode 2 coming soon. I don't know what to do. I own the game. It says purchased. It says purchase coming soon. So hopefully they fucking fix that shit. Because I would love to stream it. I don't want to buy it again on the fucking PC. Or on the fucking console. I think Dan told me he played it on the PS4. I think Gassy Mexican played it on the PC though last night. So hopefully there's a fix for that. Hopefully I can just re-download it or some shit. Man, it's really been a light week for news. There hasn't been anything crazy. We're at Showtime too. I didn't even realize
Gearing
we're at
up,
Showtime.
man.
That's true.
Gearing up for next month's release schedule. We've got so many heavy hitters next month. It's going to be crazy.
What are you most excited for?
Mafia 3 is going to be awesome. Really looking forward to that one. Shadow Warrior 2. I think that's going to be awesome. And I'm hoping to play Mafia 1, 2, and Shadow Warrior 1 before they come out. Yeah, good luck. And
Good
Divinity.
luck.
It's only 100 hours. That'll be fine.
Yeah, that's going to be
The
tough.
way you're exploring Divinity, you're not going to get there.
Yeah,
You're
I may have to put Divinity on pause at some point, to be honest. But then we've got Titanfall 2, I think, is before Battlefield 1.
A week before, yes.
Yep,
Or
and I
wait,
think that's October.
is it? I always fucking forget if it's the other. It's those games are a week apart. I know that. I think I think you're correct.
I think it's
2 comes out.
Titanfall 2 maybe 21st, Battlefield 1 28th.
I think so.
And then, that little thing, Dark Souls 3 DLC.
Oh God, did you watch the video today?
No, I'm on a blackout.
I did. I watched it.
It's amazing.
It looks pretty cool. But I mean, anytime any streamer gets to play more Dark Souls is a good fucking time, regardless of if like what's in it. The game's just fucking great. So,
Also, not a game for me, but chat's going crazy for Civ 6. I know a lot of people are really excited about that too.
I wonder how that's going to do on Twitch.
There are a select few people that can make a game like that really entertaining. And I am not one of them. I have tried streaming games like that. In fact, I think I did the Beyond Earth Civ game.
It's a mix between entertainment and skill too. I've seen some guys that are very skilled at it that do pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the big problems with those games is that each kind of campaign of a Civilization game is kind of like a single player story game, where it's like if you haven't been following along all of it and you just jump in randomly, a lot of times you're just spending the entire stream trying to figure out what's going on.
And it's more than one cast. Yeah.
Yeah. So but there's some people who I know, and I see one of the names in there that I know I'll be watching, Tornus, for instance. I'm sure some people are going to rock those games and have a good time with them. So,
yeah, I think didn't Dan? I think Dan's done. He does a lot of I forgot cities, skylines or whatever. He does a lot of that stuff. That's kind of in the same vein a little bit. So maybe he'll be I'm sure that game's going to be big at least the first week. It's fucking Civ. Like people lose their minds to that game every time a new one comes out. What else comes out after that? Because we're in November, right? That comes out at the end of October.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know I haven't even looked at September yet. I'm so much is going in October. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with all that.
Yeah.
Man.
Someone hit level 1800 in Overwatch. That's kind of crazy.
Sweet Jesus.
He's played 16 to 17 hours a day every day since it's launched.
Christ almighty.
That's a lot of... It's a French player.
I'm so jealous.
I don't know anything I could do. I don't know. Like, actually, I think at my peak of World of Warcraft, I could probably claim that.
Or wait, no. Sorry, that's level 1,000, not level 1,800, level 1,000. Tazerk, Tazze. No, sorry. Yeah, Tazzerk on Twitter. Hit a level 1,000. It's the first gold border.
Wow.
Jesus, that's a lot of fucking Overwatch.
Do you stream any of it?
I don't know. I don't think so. If he's not banned, though, then it's probably the same person and not account sharing.
Missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, you're right. But
some other releases that I don't know if any of us will play, but are probably pretty big in some people's worlds. Gears of War 4 is entering its beta for Xbox One. The Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 game is actually coming out at the end of October as well. And also WWE 2K17 is coming out on the 7th or the 11th. There's a 20th year celebration for the Rise of the Tomb Raider game. I don't know what they're doing with that. I think that may be the final PS4 version.
It's probably the PS4 launch. Because the game's still not out on PS4 yet.
Yeah.
They had that year-long exclusivity or 9-month or 10-month, however long it was.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And I think that's honestly like all the big stuff.
Honestly, for me, the
Skyrim Special Edition.
Yeah. The rest of the year is kind of game light for me, to be honest. Like I can't really say there's one game that I'm just like, I gotta fucking play that game. Maybe Final Fantasy 15 is the only game for me.
I got two. Yep, Final Fantasy 15, and oh my god, I can't wait for Dishonored 2.
Dishonored 2, yeah, I'll play it. I'm not hyped for it, or not like overly hyped for it, but Final Fantasy 15
I love the original, man. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I was reading some stuff. We'll say this and close out the show if everyone is good with that. I was reading some stuff on some boards. It might have been Reddit or NeoGAF or something. They said they were playing Final Fantasy 15 at Tokyo Game Show, and just like you said, They said the game ran like pristine. There was no drops.
Creepily
It was
pristine.
Yeah. And the guy asked him if he was running it on a pro, and the guy said no, that's on a standard PS4. So
Wow.
I
Damn.
don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I hope that's fucking true. The thing is, with that game launching at the end of it's the end of November, right? November 28th or something like that.
November 29th.
29th. Fuck, that's one. So I have a week to beat that before I go on vacation.
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. That really, and then fucking there's others. Fuck, that
They're
sucks.
saying that it may have the most content of any Final Fantasy, up to 200 hours.
That's gonna be a lot of fucking.
200
Oof.
hours.
I hope I can beat that.
That's wow, Carl. You were excited.
Dude, I'm really excited.
Yeah, but what that means is that's gonna be out post PS4 Pro launch, right?
Yeah.
So that means that game could potentially even run better.
You think we'll actually have our PS4 Pros by that time?
I mean, I pre-ordered on Amazon. It should be here the fucking day it launches. You know, we both did.
Yeah, PlayStation Pro is still November 10th. So
Yeah, hopefully.
also, I'm not super hyped for it, but November 4th, the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare comes out. I actually may check out the single player.
Single player looks all right.
Yeah, some of the stuff I saw from E3 looked like, of course it's not going to be like my game of the year or anything, but it looks like it could be fun to play through, like even just one time. I mean, there was some really cool looking stuff in there.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, I'm generally not a COD fan, and wouldn't
None of
do
us
anything.
are. No
Yeah,
one else.
also, Last Guardian.
I thought that was delayed.
Oh, maybe this list isn't updated. Is it delayed to next year?
I think so.
I think it's like the end of the year now, isn't it? Like right
Let's
at
see.
the.
This one has December 7th as the release date.
Oh,
I think,
really?
I think that is what it was delayed to.
I
Is
think
December.
that. Yeah, December. Yep, December 6th is what I'm seeing. So yeah, so those 2 days, one of those days. Fuck. I won't be able to play that till like 2 weeks after or a week after. That sucks. Oh well, not the worst thing. As long as I can play some Final Fantasies and jump into that. I still want someone to do a full playthrough, full casual playthrough of every Final Fantasy leading up to that minus 11 and 14.
I think Tim Morag.
Morag, and there's a group of them. There's a group
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah, Morag, I think
Really?
Slack, and there's a couple others. That I think Morag's on 10.
When I get on in the mornings, I see Morag, and he has been slowly working through all of the Final Fantasies. That's another stream I lurk in a lot in the
Not
morning.
even slowly. Like he was in our team meeting last night, listening to the team meeting, grinding. Like I gotta get through these games. He had it muted on stream, so the stream couldn't hear it, but he was listening to our meeting. Like I've got to get through.
I did the math like 3 or 4 months ago. I want to say it was like 476 hours on how long to beat for all those games combined. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 13, 2 and 13, 3.
Morag just shamelessly dropped his link. Yeah, him and Slack are doing all of them.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, he's got a website for it? FF. I gotta see this. Hold on.
Let's see what they're on.
Yeah, he's on 10.
So it's multiple people?
It's two people are both doing it. I think I'm not sure exactly if they're competing a little bit but yeah, pretty crazy. They've been at it a while now. Morag it's got to be over a month, just nonstop.
Cool.
Final Fantasy.
Jesus.
Yeah, I tune into Crumps when he does it too.
Yeah, they do a
They do that.
monthly.
Yeah, they'll do the monthly playthrough of all of them, like speed runs of all of them, and it still fucking takes a month to do that shit. So
Dude, I love the fucking I love the long speed runs. Those are
Yeah?
my favorite to watch.
I might.
Just because it takes so much more endurance.
You're right. Yeah, I might play one. Maybe I'll do like if I had to choose, I'll choose like my favorite Final Fantasy or something like that and play through
That's
that.
what I was thinking about doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on if I get hooked with anything else in November, because there are a lot of games coming out, like Ko was just saying, and one of those has to be good, right? Like at least one has to be decent.
Yes.
Please.
I'm guessing a few of them will be decent.
probably.
You're
so.
excited for Mafia 3? Another game series that never looked interesting to me. The 1 and 2 just looked so.
I'm right there with you.
Honestly, I've only played Mafia 2, and I did a pretty bare bones playthrough of it. I didn't go in very hyped. In fact, one of the only reasons I played it was a mod at the time bought me a copy of it. And he was like, "Hey, will you play that game?" And I was like, "Well, it's not really my thing, but I'll give it a try." It was damn good. like impressively good. I played it already through once, and I'm looking forward to playing through it again. It plays out kind of like a pretty good drama in a lot of ways.
Really, because
Huh.
I
There's
love
some
that.
pretty
I love
jarring
the
moments,
idea.
and pretty stressed moments. I mean, it's worth a playthrough.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. I saw Dan playing Mafia 1. Maybe he was talking about that like 2 weeks ago when he was doing the driving shit. And those things are like cars, or they're supposed to be cars, but they just drive like a fucking box with some like lubricant on it because you're fucking going everywhere trying to drive that shit show of a car. So
When did Mafia 1 launch, though? How old is that?
Long time ago.
early 2000 maybe.
Oh, is it that? Yeah.
Dude.
I remember playing the driving in it and just like, this is awful.
Is that the original casing? Holy
This
shit!
is the original box. Look at that price tag.
$70.
Look at that price tag.
Oof.
Jeez.
You got robbed.
This oh no, I didn't. This is the original price tag.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm doing a Mafia playthrough, Mafia 1 and 2. This was the only way I could get a copy of the original Mafia. I had to order a used copy off Amazon. I had to order my little ultra slim USB external CD player to read the CD-ROM so I can install this on my damn computer so I can play Mafia 1. You can't get it anymore. It's
That's
gone.
crazy.
It's been ripped from stores. It's not on GOG. It's not on Steam. There's no electronic retailer who sells Mafia 1. And it doesn't work on current day processors.
So what?
Oh.
How are you going to run that? Do you have to run like a
Hooking
DOS
up a
box?
TI-82.
Ah.
No, I don't. There's some tricks and patches and stuff you can do. Dan figured out a way to do it, and he pointed me to a thing. I haven't really read over it yet, but there are ways to get it working. You just have to kind of work for it.
That's
That's
crazy.
beyond me. Too intense.
But I've heard it's a great game outside of the driving.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. All right, let's do some shout outs and call it a show. Zeke, you want to start us off?
Yo, sure. What's going on, everybody? My name is Ezekiel III, Zeke for short. On all of the what was that?
Just do your shout outs, Zeke. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. Ezekiel_II on everything, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I broadcast variety games. I would like to say a big thank you to Richard Hammer for being here today.
Oh.
Always love hanging out with. He's my bro. He keeps me grounded. And I want to say thanks to, of course, CohhCarnage for having me on. Tomorrow, I will be starting, and I don't know how long it is, but I will be playing Event Zero tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I saw it for the first time at Gamescom, and I've been waiting to play it, and now I'm going to. So if you want to catch some Event Zero, I will be playing that tomorrow. As far as streaming tonight, I don't think I will because I'm hungry, but I might. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's it. I will. If you want to check out Event Zero, I'll be on at noon Pacific tomorrow.
Good stuff. Thanks for being on the show. We'll see you next Saturday, sir. Live at
Yeah.
TwitchCon.
This Saturday for role playing though.
Yes, this Saturday for all. I'm really excited for you to see all the surprises. Zeke, do some shout outs.
Oh, hi. Big thank you to Richard Hammer. It was a blast having you on. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to Zeke and JP as always. I am CohhCarnage. Thank you guys for watching today. Next few days are going to be Divinity. Then we'll probably cut that playthrough off a little short to start doing Mafia 1 and 2 before 3. Then we got Shadow Warrior 1 before 2, and all sorts of other fun stuff coming down. More Rainbow Six as well. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching today, and that's about it.
There you go. Ko, are you playing in that H1Z1 thing at TwitchCon?
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't played that. I'm so out of practice.
Yeah.
And I'm double booked for it. So.
Oh, and just so anyone knows or anyone cares, I just now was reminded of the Tex Murphy games. I just bought all of them, so I will be playing those soon too.
Oh, I've heard those are pretty good. You're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Point and clicks from 91s and
You know they did
Oh.
a new one, right? Like last year.
Oh, I just bought the complete set. I don't know if that is included or not.
Yeah, I think I know there was one that came out last year because the Giant Palm guys played it. I watched a little bit of their playthrough, so
Okay, cool.
make sure to grab that one. Mr. Richard Hammer, do some shout outs, sir.
That's me. Richard Hammer, stream whatever I want. There's no planning here. Not like these guys with their schedules and know exactly what's coming. I literally wing it every night. Sometimes I just sit there for an hour waiting to decide what I'm playing. So thank you guys for having me. It was lovely. I'm a little disappointed in the invite, though. I expected you guys to do a singing Telegram or something like, be my guest, be my guest. Instead, it was like Zeke texting
I mean,
me.
I do that. When Zeke handles it, we don't really.
He texts me like 8 Pacific. Wait, 4 Central. Wait.
Shut up! Shut up!
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. It's been lovely. And I love your show. You're inspiration to all you guys.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Anytime.
Very kind words. I don't usually do shout outs, so I'll do them afterwards. I will be streaming Rainbow Six in about 40 minutes for some more sponsored streams. Cody, are you still doing those? They're getting an hour is too short.
An hour is really short.
Like 45 minutes go by and I'm like, huh. Well, this will be the last game, guys. Like, it goes way too short.
I've started earlier and finished later on pretty much all the ones I've done so far.
Yeah, I need to start doing that just because I want to play now that I can, because I don't have a fucking live show to put on, or a live show to put on, which is great. So that'll do it for this Drop Frames. What?
I was looking for a Death Star droid helmet. And there's none available anywhere. No one even makes them.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yep. You can't do it. It's just going to be impossible. Oh well. We'll see you guys at TwitchCon next week for Drop Frames. You'll see Ko and Zeke this Saturday on Bounce Powered Light Side at 4:00 Eastern, where they will all die. They're all dead.
Shut up.
Every single one.
I ain't going to jail.
Rip.
we didn't go to jail
I
either.
probably am, Zeke.
Yeah. Ko will probably die. He's in an alleyway. I hope he probably won't die.
And he's a bothan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're out, guys. Have a good night.
And they're just good at dying.
They are very good at dying. Bye-bye. We'll see you next time, aka TwitchCon, Saturday 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. Fuck time zones. Go look it out on the site. We're out. Peace.